They're going to call you Fry Guy, huh?
Yeah.
Good to see you, my man. I think I got this camera set so we can have a pretty good look at your left leg, right? And it is definitely swollen and red, and it looks brown in here. Let's see the other leg over here as comparison. Okay, so yeah, there you go. All right, so you have this brownness, and put them both together here for everybody to see. And you're okay if we video your case here for our friends on YouTube, right?
Yes.
All right, so this is old, okay? So this browning or bronzing on the leg is called stasis dermatitis because you have a history of being a big guy and you've retained a lot of fluid over the years, right?
Yes.
And so when red blood cells leak out and they break open at the skin, the pigment, the hemoglobin, right, it will actually rust. Right? So it turns this bronze color. All right, so over here you have something different that's happening, right? Can you turn a little bit for us? Just a little bit, right there. And so you nicked this somehow on something, and this has become infected, and you can see the redness goes all the way up in through here. So you have some peripheral edema, and I can push on this right here, right? So you can, people can see you still retain fluid quite a bit. And on top of that, the stasis dermatitis, but the most important thing that's happening is this active infection that's occurring here. So we're going to need to give you a shot of ceftriaxone and put you on some trimethoprim sulfamethoxazole, okay? I am going to need to see you back tomorrow.
Okay.
Now you have diabetes, right? Let's see what else we wanted to talk about. Have you had any fevers or chills?
Actually, not yesterday, but the night before, I had quick onset what I thought was flu.
Mm-hmm. Like achiness?
Yeah, achiness, and then from dinner time at 7,
Right.
between 7 and 8:30,
Right.
I went from feeling just kind of fuzzy with
Right.
achiness to full-on chills sitting on the sofa covered up.
Okay. So yeah, so I would say that was fevers and chills. So we're definitely need to be on antibiotics, and we're definitely going to need to see you back tomorrow because we want to be sure you're improving. Because if this redness is not coming down, if it's moving up, we're gonna put you in the hospital, and we don't want to have to do that. So we're going to give you the big shot to kind of get this rolling. Obviously, you're more at risk of this infection for spreading because of the fact that you have diabetes, right? And it makes you kind of an immune suppressed target or an opportunistic target for bacteria. This is almost always staph or strep, so that's where we start. And you do have the oozing there. I want to be sure that you don't put anything on that. Let that go ahead and drain. You can put a dry dressing on it, and I'll have Gumby Jean do that for you now too, okay? Do you have any other issues today?
Not today.
Okay, well let's get this knocked out, and hopefully we can turn this around so we don't end up in the hospital. So we'll see you back tomorrow.
Thank you.
Mr. Fry Guy, thank you.
Thanks for watching the Dr. Gilmore page. Check out the link below for Meta 7.
All right, back with Mr. Fry Guy. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, so you got your shot yesterday, and we started the pills, right? You took both pills yesterday and then one this morning?
I took one yesterday and one this morning.
Okay, so you just took the evening pill yesterday. That's okay, that's fine. The problem that I'm seeing, first of all, the redness does not look like it has cleared up that much. You're feeling like it's a little bit better over here. You're probably right, but over here it does not look better to me.
Well, it used to come up all the way up here.
Yeah.
So it is a bit better, but
Here's what I'm concerned about, and I hope we can see on the camera. Yeah, it looks like you can see right down here we're oozing, and I'm worried. Does that hurt, by the way?
a bit.
The push on does. Okay. What I'm
It's
worried
because
about,
that's tender.
yeah, is and you can see on the sock here where this has been draining, is that because you have poor circulation, because you have an infection in here, and there's a lot of scar tissue in this area, that the oral antibiotics that we're giving you are just not going to do the job. And I'm worried that you're going to form an abscess here. I'm also concerned that it's Friday, okay? Now, I could give you a shot today and then say, okay, I'll see you back again tomorrow if we had another day. But unfortunately, we don't. And I really think you belong in the hospital on IV antibiotics for a few days. I don't think we got the kind of response overnight that I was looking for here, okay? So it just means that we gave you the right medicines, but because of circulatory issues or who knows why, this is just not improved. What needs to happen here is we need to get a wound care doctor at the hospital to actually come in here and do a little snip take some of that tissue and send it for a culture so we can get a true culture and find out what's actually growing in here. And IV antibiotics, of course, are going to be much more likely to penetrate and actually get into the body and get to this area than are the oral medications we're giving you now. So, unfortunately, I think you need to be in the hospital. And I don't like to admit people to the hospital if we don't absolutely have to, but I'm afraid that if we don't, in your case, we're going to end up with 6 months of wound care with an abscessed leg, which neither one of us thinks is a good idea, right?
Been through it before.
Yeah. Okay. So you told me you had this scar here because that had happened to you before. So I think the right thing to do here is to go into the hospital on some IV antibiotics. And I'm sorry we're going to have to do that, but I think it's the right thing. But maybe we can catch up with you down the road, and you can give us an update and let us know how we're doing. Thanks for sharing your story with everybody. And this is what we would call an outpatient treatment failure. That's what we would call this, yeah. One of the reasons for admission to the hospital is outpatient treatment failure. For example, if I have a person who has pneumonia, we put them on antibiotics for a day, put them on steroids, give them inhalers and all that, and they come back the next day and they haven't improved. They're actually worsened. That's outpatient treatment failure. Well, the same thing is going on here with this cellulitis peripheral edema that you have here. And then you probably have peripheral vascular disease on top of that. And as a result, you've got a weeping wound here, and it looks like you're at risk for developing an abscess if we don't get on some IV antibiotics. And it could still happen anyway, but just hopefully it won't. So we're going to get you over to the hospital off camera here in a minute. We'll talk to you about where you want to go, and we'll get it taken care of. Mr. Fry Guy, sorry about that, but it's the right thing. And you'll have our best wishes and prayers, okay? Thanks, bud.
Hello, Dr. Gilmore. It's Jane. I tried your Meta 7 for 20 days now. And before I tried it, I don't know, I was sluggish and just didn't feel like doing a thing. I work 32 hours a week, sometimes 40. And I have a boyfriend now, so I need that extra energy. So after watching many of your videos and some of your patients talking about the Meta 7, I decided to get it. And after, I know it was a week. I know it was. I started feeling some energy coming on. So this is great. I think it's awesome that you invented it. You are an intelligent man. You should commercialize the product. You would make a lot more money, I'm sure. I'm sure you would. I'm feeling better than I have in a long time. And it's all thanks to you and Meta 7. I'm not going to start taking it. I'm not going to stop taking it now. So just keep making it so we can take more. Have a good day.
Order yours today. There's an Amazon link in the description below.